as you know, we've designed measures to allow you to get started in less than 10 seconds. And we've built in lots of shortcuts to try and speed up your workflow right through the app. So in this video, we're going to go through some of those and show you some ways you can really get the most out of measures and get it done really quickly. Now, I know we've already talked about the templates and add to favorites, but I'm just going to include that in this video as well, so you get a reference point there too. So as you know, if you've got a template, you can just go and swipe to the left and you can add that to your favorites. Adding templates to your favorites means when you go to select a template, it's there. So your most used templates you can select and you can get started straight away. So it's a really great way to be able to utilize the templates you've created, or even our Matt templates if you like to use those, and allow you to get testing really quickly. So I highly recommend, from a shortcut point of view and time saving, create your own templates and then add them to your favorites so you can get started testing straight away. Templates are the way to really speed it up. You may modify them, but it makes it really quick to do if you've already got a base there to set and select. Especially on the first session that you're doing with people. Often, you know, beyond the first session, you'll already have some tests in there that you'll want to just rerun the session, which we'll go into now. But having a template for the first session really means that first experience for people when they interact with you and with the measures and data for the first time is a really positive one. When we get into our testing is where the shortcuts become really helpful. So on the client screen here, we can either swipe to the right, we can delete the client, which often we're not going to want to do, but the option is there to do that. Or we can swipe to the right and we can run a test. And we get straight into the session screen here. Then to start testing, we can really quickly and simply do two things. We can either swipe to the left, and on the iOS, you can just keep swiping all the way across and that'll rerun the session. Or you can swipe across and you can actually tap that button, okay? And if you tap that, it just goes back and runs the same session that you did last time. So really quickly and easily, you can get into testing and retest the same stuff that you did in the last session. You also swipe right here and you can delete the session too. So if you've got some data in there or a session that you don't want to keep, you can get rid of that to make it really nice and neat as well. The other thing you can do on this session screen is you can swipe across and you've got the report function there. So you can send the report to someone too. So just by clicking that mail icon, you can then share your report. And again, literally in the space of about 10 seconds or so, depending on the amount of data and tests that you've run. As you can see there's only one test done. That took about 3 or 4 seconds to send. The PDF's sent to your client with an email as well. So a really quick way to be able to get that data. I highly recommend you send this stuff to people. They love it. They love seeing their results. They love seeing the progress over time. It keeps them engaged. From a business point of view as well, it's fantastic because they then often go and take those reports and show their friends and family the progress they're making. So I highly recommend if you send that each session to someone, it'll keep them more engaged in the process. And hopefully it's something that'll allow you to grow your business as well through more referrals. So I highly recommend that. So if we go back to then rerun the session, we come in there and then we've got the different tests built in. Now, if I wanted to go back and add some more tests in, I can do that. And then to speed up my workflow, so now I've got 3 tests in there, but maybe I want to test the first toe isometric strength before I do the sprint test where I'm going to have to go outside. So all I can do is I can click the 3 lines next to the edit or add test function there, and I can drag that to the top. And so if you set up your templates or you set up your sessions in the order that you're going to perform, again, it's going to make it more streamlined. You're going to get things done a lot quicker as well. So I highly recommend as you create your templates, you think about how you're going to perform them and you go and modify it there as you start to learn things as you get into using the Measures app a little bit more, because it'll let you get started there a lot quicker too. And on every screen so far you've seen you can swipe right to delete. So again, in a session screen, you can delete a test from that too. So maybe I don't want to do that sprint test today. I'm just going to delete that. Maybe I'm going to go ahead though, and I'm going to run this isometric toe strength with the toe extension strength with the muscle meter, and I'm going to perform that. So once you've done the test, you might go away and then do some treatment or some training, and you then want to reassess it within the session. You can quickly just swipe across and you can duplicate the test. And what that's going to do, it's going to re-add it to the bottom of the queue. So you can go then and then compare to what happened earlier in that session. And so if I go and then put some data in there and hit save and view result, pretty quickly I'm going to see that change within session as well. So you can not only track progress over days, weeks, months and years, but you can also track progress within the session as well to help your decision making and what you're doing with your patients and clients. So really nice way to be able to streamline things. So as you can see there's a lot of shortcuts built into the Measures app to help get started. Just have a play around, swipe left and right on all the different areas. You'll find there's lots of interactive things in there to help you get the most out of the app.